Hello, welcome back to episode 2 of the Gilmore Girl Vlogs. We just watched the Lorelai's first day at Chilton, which I didn't mention last time. They're both named Lorelai.
Yeah, you didn't catch that the first
No,
time?
I did. I just didn't say it in the last vlog. I didn't comment on that.
Yeah, but they call Rory.
Yeah, which is weird because that's not short for Lorelai.
Well, what else would be short for Lorelai?
Lori?
Ew.
Oh, Lori is terrible, but Rory is fine.
Rory is so unique.
Alright, fine. Anyway, they're both named Lorelai because Lorelai was high on Demerol.
She had a super feminist
was all
moment.
feministy about, like, guys can name their sons after themselves, which is adorable. So, the alternate title of this episode should be High School Sucks and So Do Parents. Right?
Right.
Like,
well, I mean, you know that you're going to get a lot of this, right? Because it's half Rory's life and half Lorelai, so.
That's what I'm going to say. I like this episode a lot better than the first one.
Okay.
Because they did the thing where it's like, we set up our world, Lorelai and Rory. And then this episode,
we get to see
we meet them together.
Yeah.
They split apart. This story, that story, this story, that story. And at the end, they come back together.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it when they're together. I was already like, oh, she's picking her up. That was awesome. But at the end of the day, Lorelai picks Rory up from school, and she just like fucking drops her backpack.
Yeah.
Like, hug. Yeah. My day sucked too.
Yeah.
Like seeing those characters come together made me realize how good their chemistry is. So
absolutely.
Excellent casting. Anyway, so this made me laugh out loud at the beginning. I forgot. I wanted to ask you. So the dynamic of the show is those two characters. Is the dynamic also that Rory's kind of the mom? Or is that only every once in a while?
Yeah, every once in a while, for sure. Rory is, maybe you've noticed so far, she's much more serious than Lorelai is.
And they threw that line in the pilot, too, about, like, you've always been the responsible one in this house.
Right.
So she's got to play mom a little bit.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Because Lorelai is Lorelai.
Yeah.
Which you'll get to know her better
I like her.
soon.
So she's nuts, but I like her.
She is nuts and, yeah.
Yeah. So
she likes to have a good time.
Lorelai overslept on the first day of Chilton Academy Day.
Yeah.
So Rory has to go wake her up, and it's the exact scene you'd expect, except the roles are switched.
Yeah.
And it's also laundry day, so Rory's dressed in her, schoolgirl plaid skirt thing.
Yeah.
But Lorelai forgot to do laundry, so she's got to wear like cut-off shorts and a pink not tube top, but a pink tank top that's like cut off at the waist.
Daisy Dukes.
Yeah, Daisy Dukes and cowboy boots. Which legitimately made me laugh out loud when she appeared. It's like, that's fucking funny. And then they go to school and, flirty stuff with Lorelai and some dad.
Parent, yeah.
And then her mother, Lorelai's mother, is there in the headmaster's office. I'm like, wow, man, she's awful.
She's just everywhere.
So then the mothers leave, and there's that scene about, like, what are you doing here, mother? Being annoying. Right on, see you later. And that's what you wore? That scene. Then we get the first scene with Lorelai by herself with the headmaster. And fuck, I hate high school.
With Lorelai by herself?
Sorry, Rory by herself with the headmaster of the school.
Yeah.
I really hate high school, and I hate educators who are like,
well, especially
who
this
are like
kind
that.
of like private school, who are like, we have these standards, and you're probably going to fail.
And the thing is, Rory's got a 4.0.
Yeah.
With perfect attendance at her other school. She's been accepted, and the first thing this dude does is grill her on her ambitions, which I thought was kind of funny at first. Like, she wants to be a reporter.
Yeah.
Why do you want to be on TV? Like, I don't want to be on TV. I just want to see the world.
Yeah.
And, do
just be a
stuff.
journalist.
And that was fine, but then the headmaster's literally like, "You're dumb, and you're probably gonna fail." Like, he just crushes this girl's spirit on her first day at a new school.
Yeah.
No, like, congratulations on being accepted.
Yeah.
No, this might be tough, but we believe in you. That's why we accepted you.
That's not how that school is run.
It's just fuck you, and that's not just that school. Like, it just took me right back to, like, we were AP kids. We were the smart kids, and that's how our parents and teachers were, most of them. We have the occasional cool teacher.
Why do you think I'm a teacher now?
I know, you want to make it better.
Yes, absolutely.
But, like,
which we are. So.
That's the thing.
I do not act like that in my class.
When you show aptitude as a kid, like, it's never like, okay, you're smart and you run your thing, and maybe we're gonna cut you some slack every once in a while. It's even more pressure.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Absolutely.
It's awful. I remember I saw a thing, like, it was one of those Facebook posts, off topic, but it was like, it was like a Google search thing, so we typed in the first 3 words, and then you saw, like, the most often results. Mm-hmm. So, it's like, I should have, and it's like, kissed her, kissed him, asked her out, like, that kind of thing. This was, high school makes me feel, and all the results were miserable, suicidal, stressed out, awful,
do you know how many
terrible. I'm like, that's not how school should be.
No, absolutely. But do you know how many like suicide prevention talks like I have to give to them?
Yeah.
It's amazing, and not a good way.
Yeah.
Of course.
So that's a part of this that really riled me up. I was like, fucking, I hate high school. Then we meet the bully girl, which I'm hoping I hope that becomes a friendship at some point. I kind of doubt it.
Yeah, her name is Paris.
Yeah. she's, you know...
Oh, and she's got 2 cronies with her, too,
yeah,
you know?
it's very much, you know...
It's the 3 of them.
Draco and fucking Crabbe and Goyle. And there's a Harry Potter reference in this episode.
So are Slytherin. Yeah, because this is the year that it came out, right? Or
well,
maybe
no, it didn't come out.
2 years.
And she does say, like, that's why you get the most charming man of the millennium. I think this is 2000 when it aired.
Really?
I think so, because she wouldn't have said it that way.
Oh, maybe.
Or maybe it was the previous. Anyway, 1999, 2000.
I think this came out in 2001.
Okay.
Now that I think about
Anyway,
it.
right around that time. And, what was I talking about? Oh, the bullies at the school. So, yeah, there's Paris is this bully girl who's already... She wants to be the valedictorian, and she runs the newspaper, and instead of being like, oh, look, here's another girl that maybe will help me be better, just immediately is like, fuck her.
She immediately sees Rory. She stole her folder
at
the beginning, like all of her information.
A little bit silly, but...
because she sees her immediately as a competitor, because that's how that school is.
Mm-hmm. And then they do the thing where it's like, Rory breaks Paris's project.
On accident. It's so awkward.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Which, okay, fine, like, I can deal with a nemesis, that's fine. The part that really weirds me out is that fucking guy.
Oh my gosh.
So awful.
Chad Michael Murray.
That's the character's name or the actor's name?
That's the actor's name.
Okay. Is he dreamy?
He's pretty hot,
okay.
yeah.
He keeps calling her Mary,
uh-huh.
which I didn't get that reference either.
I was wondering, I was going to ask if you were getting it.
Yeah, I didn't get it. He keeps calling her Mary, like, we've got a Mary, he says to, like, his crony boy people.
Hello, Mary.
Which apparently means Virgin Mary, so like, oh, it's a goody two-shoes kind of girl.
Yeah.
So let's pick on her.
Yeah.
Ugh. High school.
I know, it's skeezy.
It's bad. So anyway, that's half the storyline, and like, I didn't really enjoy much of those scenes, not because they were bad. It was just fucking high school. It's awful. Like, it's so bad. The other half of it was Lorelai running around and having her day, and her mother keeps buying shit and overstepping her bounds and being like, I'm gonna buy her this and buy her that. She's got a birthday coming up, I'm gonna buy her a car. And it culminates with the mother actually bought DSL for her daughter's house without telling her.
Yeah.
And then there's a really cool scene, I like that scene, where Lorelai goes into the beauty parlor to confront her mother.
Oh, absolutely.
And has a really awesome monologue where she's like, fuck you!
Yeah.
It's like, oh, you're just being stubborn like always. And I love that Lorelai's like, I'm not being stubborn, I'm being me.
Yeah.
I'm being who I always am. I have to solve my own problems. If you're not buying any more stuff, you know where that's going to come from? The mother.
Yeah.
So step off.
Yeah.
I appreciate you buying my daughter's education. That will never be forgotten. Not that you'll let it.
Mm-hmm.
But... we're done, okay? Good. And then at the end, they come together, and that was a nice little... My day sucked. How was yours? My day sucked, too. I got us coffee. And then we met the friend. The whole episode, I was like, I wonder what Lane. I wonder what Lane's up to, because I liked her in the first episode. She made me laugh. That's the little Korean friend. And there's a very short scene about, like, I missed you. School sucks.
Yeah.
Without you. So, and they did set up, like, maybe you guys can hang out in Hartford, so hopefully we see more Lane.
Yeah, absolutely.
Melissa McCarthy only had one scene this episode.
So I was thinking about it because that whole, like, first part in the pilot where she's being really...
slapsticky.
Yeah. I don't remember that about her, so I'm thinking they must have seen that it didn't work and, like, they've changed it.
I mean, she's still kind of a screwball character. So in the pilot, Melissa McCarthy, who is the chef at the inn where Lorelai works, she's, like, bandaged up, and we meet her on the floor after she just fell down. And, like, there's one really cool Steadicam shot in the pilot going around the kitchen where she's cooking with the rest of her staff, and every time she's about to hurt herself, her staff, like, quickly does something to get it out of the way. So it was a nice choreographed bit of, physical comedy, but it just didn't fit with the rest of it. In this episode, her goofy shtick is that she's, like, testing a case of peaches one at a time.
Yeah.
But that was her only scene.
Yeah.
And was really just there to, like, oh yeah, she's still on the show. And to give Lorelai a friend to talk to, because it's all about, like, her mother is up her ass the whole episode.
Yeah.
And I will say there's a moment where they set up a pratfall and they didn't pay it off. Thank God.
Oh yeah, I heard you say because she's rolling this
Yeah,
peach
she rolls a peach, like, down the kitchen floor.
to see how much water content is in it.
And there's a very pointed shot of, like, this weird low-angle shot of the peach rolling to a stop on the floor. Like in a horror movie when they show a close-up of a knife, you're like, okay, that's going to come back later. So the peach was rolled, and I was like, who's going to fall on the peach?
No one.
And they didn't do it, so they've toned back on the goofballness. I missed the father in this. He wasn't in this episode.
The father.
Lorelai's father.
Ah, yeah.
No, even though he's in the opening credits. Okay. Same thing, the cute boy, Dean, not in this episode, although Rory did look longingly at her school.
Yeah, but Lane was in the front of the school.
Oh, I missed that now. I was looking for a kid in a leather jacket. I thought that's what she was.
No, Lane with her short little black hair.
No,
She's
I
totally
totally
right in
missed
the
that.
front of the school.
I did not catch that. Lane's got
a friendship episode.
Right on. Lane's got a great recurring bit that I didn't comment on in the first one because I didn't know was a recurring bit where she's raised by these strict Korean parents who are like already have her on like dates with future doctors, and they planned her whole life out. They keep feeding her like tofu and shit like that. But every time Lane and Rory are hanging out, Lane's dressed like a typical American teenager, and before she goes home, she just take all her shit off, take the barrettes out of her hair, and like and hand it to Rory like, see ya. I can't go home like this.
Absolutely.
And in this episode, they feed her, Lorelai and Rory feed her pizza because her mother bought tofu in bulk.
Yeah. She even went out to get a new refrigerator.
Yeah, so all the little thing, like, this episode made me smile a lot. And if the idea of the second episode, like they say in television, the rule back then anyway, TV's changed so much now. The rule back then was the first 6 episodes, you just restate your pilot. Every episode is sort of a pilot episode because you want people who missed it to come in and not miss too much.
Yeah.
So the first one, the setup was these 2 people and here's their world. This one was here's their new world. And here are these 2 characters. And the thing that makes the show interesting is them together at the beginning. We see how they are apart, and then they're back together. And they start the episode bickering, because Lorelai woke up late. And by the end of it, it's like I don't give a shit about anything else. I just want my mom / want my daughter.
Yeah.
So I dig on the show. Missing anything else? Oh, I was wrong. I think about Lorelai having a crush on Luke, the coffee guy.
Oh.
I think she just likes coffee, from the pilot anyway. But I think he's got a crush on her, and he let it slip this episode. So she goes to get coffee, like for the 19th time, and she's like, it's just a stressful day, and this dude, like this parent from Rory's school, drove all the way up to ask me out. And the coffee guy's like, really? He asked you out? What's that about? It's like, yeah, well, I said no. And he's like, good. And that's when you see Lauren Graham's, like, she's such a good, everything's on her face.
Yeah.
She's great, vibrant, like, I don't know if she can do subtle, I'm sure she can, but like that character is so not subtle.
Oh no.
So it's all right there. So he's like, good, I'm glad you didn't ask him out. And she's immediately like, why? Okay, good, why?
Yeah.
And at the end of that episode, there's a little tag of like, what do you think of Luke?
Yeah.
And Rory's like, no, you're gonna date, you're gonna break up, and then we can't eat there anymore.
Very 16-year-old.
Very much. So that was this episode, Lorelai's first day at Chilton. I didn't catch what the next one's gonna be called.
I don't even recall.
Yeah, so, I mean, this isn't really a show so far that seems to have, like, continuing storylines built up, but I imagine at some point the cute boy from the pilot will come back, Dean, and is there anything else going on? Not really, I mean, Luke keeps smiling, and Luke is in the opening credits. The cute boy Dean is not in the opening, like when they do the roll call, he's not in there, but the coffee guy is probably going to be in every episode, if only just as a stopping point. It seems like you need your home bases in TV.
Yeah.
And the house is
Luke's
clearly
Diner
one of them.
is definitely one of them.
The kitchen and the lobby. Oh, speaking of the hotel of the inn, I do like the harp player.
Oh, jeez.
She's made me laugh.
I do not like her. She's so annoying.
I know, but it's Alex Borstein.
I don't care.
All right, well, Alex Borstein plays the mother on Family Guy, and she was in Mad TV. She plays this harp player who's a total bitch. But I don't know, that joke just works for me every single time.
Of like her being too loud.
Or whatever it is, like that.
Oh, did you want a good harp player?
Yeah. Or did you want somebody who wants to be quiet? Like in this one, there's this great bit where she's playing the harp, and I don't know if she's really playing, but she's doing a really good job faking playing the harp anyway. And there's people sitting around the lobby all smiling like, yeah, this is good. And in the background, the extras actually stop to look like, man, we're enjoying the harp. And like in the middle of a musical phrase, she's like, that's lunch, and just fucking walks off. It's an easy joke, but I like it.
It's just random. Like, it doesn't fit in with everything else.
I guess. But I don't know, that the inn seems to be more slapsticky kind of place. Like, Michelle is a total goofball character, too.
Goofball?
But just, like, no one talks like that. His accent is so he's like Pepe Le Pew.
Oh, come on. It's not that
I'm going to
bad.
sit in my chair and do the thing, and if I was a lapdog, I would like to be paid better and get a treat.
He sounds very French.
Yeah.
How many French people do you know?
None of them.
Me too.
Anyway, he might sound realistic, but that character is full on just like, I take that back. They're not making fun of French people, but every time he talks,
No, there's no stereotypes there.
It feels very...
He's just cranky.
Right. What was the line of this thing? These old ladies come into the lobby and they're like, oh, this is great, we want to do some shopping, and they pull him aside. And they're like, excuse me, can you tell us where we can get some antiques? And he's like, your homes, I'm sure.
That's funny.
I mean, I like bitchy characters.
Yeah.
And I'm actually kind of surprised, like, in the pilot they do a thing about, like, I'll tell all the ladies you're foxy, and I thought the line was he was going to say, like, you don't need to do that, or some kind of, like, oh, that'll give me a lot of help.
He's like,
Instead, he's
the
like,
memo has been sent.
yeah, so I thought they were going to go full on like he's gay, but in the closet, because it's that era of television, like a Will and Grace kind of thing.
Yeah.
Where he's the gay character who's not out yet, like a Mr. Smithers. But no, I guess not.
Wait, you think he's gay?
No, I mean, he might be, but like that line in the pilot made me think he's not. Like,
right.
I'll tell the woman you're foxing, he's like, the memo has been sent. Like, he's very confident in the fact that the woman already knows he's hot.
Yeah.
But and still, even though he may not be gay, it doesn't matter.
I
like bitchy characters.
Yeah.
People who are just like, fucking...
That's what
no.
So
exactly.
Far, yeah.
And it seems like Suki's thing is just unending positivity. So I like that too. And Melissa McCarthy does that really well.
Yeah.
In fact, just to be a quick little Melissa McCarthy tangent, one of the things I don't like about a lot of her like more recent movies, not that I've seen them, the trailers rub me the wrong way, is because she's playing more of an angry or mean-spirited character.
Oh, maybe.
And I think she's better when she's just like joyous, which is when I watch the trailers for Ghostbusters, the part of it that works for me is, well, the part of her that works for me is that she seems to be a real just like, let's do it, man, ghosts and things, and we can do this.
I don't know, she was fantastic in The Heat.
I've heard that movie's good.
That was a great movie.
Sandra Bullock, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, at some point maybe I'll watch The Heat.
Yeah, that was a good one.
That's the same director as Bridesmaids and Ghostbusters.
Oh, cool.
That's like, this is their third.
I have no desire to watch Ghostbusters.
Me either, man.
Yeah.
Not at all. I mean, what's her name?
Love Kate McKinnon.
Yeah, Kate McKinnon looks fucking rad.
And Leslie Jones, too.
Yeah,
man.
she's in the trailer,
awesome.
she makes me laugh a lot.
Yeah, she's hilarious.
Like, have you seen the trailer where they do stage dives?
No.
They're trying to chase ghosts, and they're on stage at like a rock concert, and they're doing stage dives to get crowd surfed to the back of the room. And she jumps, and the crowd parts, and she's slam! And I'm like, in the trailer, I was like, God, they're doing that joke? But then, from the ground, Leslie Jones saved the joke. She's lying on the ground, and she goes, okay. I don't know if it's a race thing or a woman thing, but I'm mad as hell. I was like, okay, god damn it, that's fucking funny.
Oh,
like,
she's so funny. I love her on SNL.
Which I need to watch more SNL.
Yes, it's been really good.
Ever since Kate McKinnon got hired, from what I understand.
Kate McKinnon, Leslie Jones. There's another actress, I can't remember her name right now. I don't have a problem with any of them. It's worked
that's the thing.
really well.
A friend of mine said, what do you think about the new Ghostbusters? And like, she's a girl and very much a hardcore feminist. What do you think of new Ghostbusters? And I was like, they're very funny women.
Yeah.
And she was like, and? I was like, and I think the movie's gonna suck.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit that they're women. They're very funny women. That movie looks awful.
Yeah.
But we'll find out. Well, you know.
It has nothing to do with this.
I know you don't have much interest in seeing it, but we have a thing now, so.
Yeah, maybe.
We're way off topic. Gilmore Girls is a show I enjoy now. So we'll be back tomorrow with episode 3, wherein something else will happen involving boys in high school and coffee.
My favorites.
Yeah. It's pretty accurate. And science!
Yeah.
No, oh shit, I forgot. This shit's full of movie references. I like the show for that. The first one, there was Rosemary's Baby for reference. This one, there was a Shining reference that made me laugh out loud. And the other one was a great Schindler's List reference, which I know sounds weird, but Schindler's List makes funny jokes. She was the headmaster of the new school, was interviewing Rory about like, you don't have any extracurricular activities? And she's like, well, I was in German club, but it was just the 3 of us, and then 2 of them quit after they saw Schindler's List. That made me happy. It's like, aha! Because Germans were evil once.
Yeah.
Anyway, if you've been watching the show, let us know what you think of it. Talk about your favorite parts from this episode, and we'll see you in episode 3, The Gilmore Girls Do Stuff. Bye! Alright. Ghosts taking out my Pez dispensers. Oh. Oh, cutie. Oh. Dun, 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 dun.